Originally got started with the club back in 2009. I did a restoration on an Alice Chalmers WD tractor that I used to clear my property after I retired out of the military. Did 20 years in the Marines, came back home, bought some land. It was covered with small pine trees, so I bought an Alice Chalmers tractor that was originally purchased in free soil from the Alice Chalmers dealership there by Ron Cameron, the Cameron family. The tractor's clutch burned out of it while pulling the stumps, and then rather than just replace the clutch, I decided to do a full restoration on the tractor, and that was how I got started with the restorations. After the Alice Chalmers, then I moved on to a Farmall M, then an Oliver 88. Currently have a Minneapolis Moline U that was bought brand new by the Saya family from the Joe Mikovich dealership in Fountain, Michigan. I kind of went sideways for a little while after doing tractors. I started getting into old vehicles. My first one was a 64.5 Mustang. It was one of the first 20,000 that were made. It was a straight six, and it was a nice project to complete. Took me a couple years to get that done, and then I did, this is my 1946 Chevy truck. This truck was purchased brand new by the Kalamazoo Airport. One of their maintenance guys retired, and they gave it to him as a retirement present. And then I bought it from the estate auction after he passed away. It was running. I did drive it onto the trailer at that time, but it didn't look like this. And I'm currently working on several different projects right now. I just got going a 1940s John Deere number 12A combine. Has a John Deere LUC motor on it. It's a small two-cylinder. It's not self-propelled, but it is one you just pull behind you and the motor runs the combine. I also have some other projects going on. Lots of work going on in the projects, but I enjoy the old engine club. I started getting into blacksmithing after my first year. I was working with Mr. Silvis. Fred Silvis was working the combine. They needed some help in the blacksmith shop, so I volunteered. I really didn't know what I was doing, and I worked for the Department of Natural Resources up in Leelanau County. I stopped into Sleeping Bear Dunes. They had an actual blacksmith at the dunes working there, so I volunteered to work at the Sleeping Bear Dunes on my off time during my lunch hours with the blacksmith, and he taught me quite a bit, and I kind of transferred that into the old engine club. That's how I got going with the blacksmith shop. Wasn't much to the blacksmith shop when I first got here, so whenever I see something at yard sales or barns, I collect them, put them up there, that way people can see what the blacksmith actually had in their shops and what they could do with their gear and their equipment that they made. So, and this is my 11th year with my 10th year actually, 11th, yeah, 11th year with the old engine club, and I've been enjoying it my whole life.